Did you know that hunting and fishing generates $11.2 billion, which makes up 90% of the state's wildlife conservation fund? Researchers at Michigan State University are working on programs and research to help hunting and fishing and wildlife conservation. One such project caught my attention. If I were to ask you the most famous fish in Michigan, you'd likely answer the state fish, the brook trout. Now imagine if that fish disappeared out of lakes and rivers in this state. Well, that's exactly what happened to the Arctic grayling. In fact, the last reported catch of this beautiful fish was in 1936 on the Otter River. Now, researchers at Michigan State University's Department of Fisheries and Wildlife are working with 50 partners to bring this iconic fish back. What does it take to bring a native species back to the state that hasn't been seen in nearly 100 years? Let's go find out.
I used to vacation when I was really young in Grayling, Michigan on the Salvo River, and had over time realized that, hey, I can actually study fish for a living and I can make a career out of it. Saw them in the museums and you saw mounts of the fish here and there. So there's a mount of a grayling in Lovell's Museum. There's a mount of grayling in Spike's Keg of Nails bar in Grayling. And so you see little bits and pieces here and there and you see them on logos. And then you go and fish and you don't see any fish that has this gigantic dorsal fin or this beautiful coloration. Grayling are really unique. They have a huge sail-like dorsal fin that's beautifully colored, and that color is even more intense during spawning season. And they spawn in the spring.
Like Nicole said, we're in Grayling, Michigan right now on the Osabu River, and you can see the Arctic grayling represented all over the town. But how do the eggs get from Alaska to here to start trying to bring this fish back?
Where the fish are caught in the wild, and then the Alaska Fish and Game we're working with, so they provide us with the eggs that are fertilized in the wild.
You've seen like the biomedical coolers that they'll ship vaccines or something like that in. It's just a styrofoam cooler, and we put some ice packs in the bottom, and we wrap the eggs in cheesecloth, wet it down, and they come with me as my carry-on on the flight.
What's been tested in Montana, and kind of the thoughts we as a group will be pursuing, is what are called remote site incubators. Piping in water, as we have here, piping water from the river into where the eggs are incubating.
So fish have a very sensitive sense of smell, and through that they're able to choose where to come back to and where to return to spawn. And so if the water smells familiar, they'll stay there.
As Michiganders, we all care deeply about how our state is protected for today and in the future. Michigan State University is using science and passion to help answer some of the state's most important environmental issues. If you want to find more stories about what MSU is doing to help make an impact in Michigan, visit msutoday.msu.edu. Until next time.